I know y'all. Ooh, I'm all up in the mic. God damn. I know y'all probably thought your girl was gonna quit. Dropped you an episode a day early last week. But we back to a regular schedule announcement, baby. Every Friday, unless it's a holiday, then you might get it on that holiday like this. I might give y'all two episodes Thanksgiving weekend. I might give y'all a Thanksgiving episode, and I might turn around and give y'all a Black Friday episode. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking on it. You know what I'm saying? But I might do that for y'all. I might get in front of this camera. I'm gonna try to see if I can make this episode 20-25 minutes, mainly because the movie that we're gonna be doing today, it's a 2-hour and 2-minute movie, so it's pretty long, but a lot of it's like repetitive, and I don't think it should take that long for me to be able to recap the movie and then give y'all my thoughts and my final say so. But as I always say, bucket hat, laptop, microphone, you know what's on. I hope y'all doing wonderful on this blessed Friday. I hope you are. But y'all know this is episode 15. And I just want to say, if you've been coming back consistently and watching the new episodes, I appreciate it. Tell a friend to tell another friend to tell another friend to come and watch another friend do another friend's podcast in a day. That was a lot of tell a friends, but you know what I'm saying. Go tell a friend to tell another friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to watch a friend doing a podcast. Can you dig it? Anyway, like I said, this movie's 2 hours and 2 minutes. And as y'all know, I don't run off the previous movies anymore. First of all, 14 episodes, 14 different movies to try to remember all names is ridiculous. So I just advise you to go click after you watch this one. If you haven't seen the other 14, go back and watch them. And if you have watched the other 14, go ahead and hit the like, share, and comment on there. Let me know I've seen this already. Tell me something. Y'all be watching but acting scared to holler at your girl. Damn. Anyway, like I said, I hope y'all doing wonderful on this blessed Friday. I'm still pondering on if I'm gonna give y'all 2 episodes Thanksgiving week or not. I just might. That's a lot of work for me, but I might do it for y'all. I don't know yet. Depending if this episode gets 100 views, I'm gonna drop 2, and that's from the day that this dropped up until the week before Thanksgiving. If I get 100 views on this one and gain at least 2 to 5 extra subscribers, I'm gonna drop 2 episodes Thanksgiving week. 2 of them. One on Thanksgiving and one on Friday. But we gotta see what's happening. Well, nonetheless, y'all know how I get down, how I like to play. You know what I'm saying? The movie we talking about today is They Clone Tyrone. Now, I know this movie came out about a year ago, and I know plenty of people probably already seen it. And I think from what I understand, I heard mixed reviews about this movie, but y'all know how I do. I don't care about what you felt about it. It's about what I feel about it. You dig me? I feel like I'm missing something on my hand. Give me a moment. Anyway, like I said, this episode 15, and this is about They Clone Tyrone. Now, I was confused all the way up until the end why it was called They Clone Tyrone. When the main character, well, let's go ahead and get into the character listing, and then I'll tell you what's going on. All right, so as y'all know, I like to break down the character listing. So the character listing goes as follows. Fontaine, played by John, I think it's Boyega. He's like a street drug dealer type of cat. Then you got Yo-Yo, played by Tanya Paris. It's because it got the red squiggly line, so I can't see what to say. But anyway, she play a hoe. Slick Charles, played by Jamie Foxx. He a pimp. L, what the hell that say? Recitador? Basically pastor. The pastor, played by David Allen Greer. Isaac, played by J. Alphonse. Nicholson. Frog, played by Leon Lamar. And Nixon, played by Kiefer Sutherland. I think I said that right. I think his first name is Kiefer. I ain't never met a white man with that name, by the way. Kiefer? I probably ain't even saying it right. It probably ain't even Kiefer. I don't even know. It just, y'all see how it's spelled. And it looked like Kiefer. And I could be wrong, but I ain't never met a white man with such a black name in my life. But anyway, that's the character list. At least the most to me, the standout cast, or and some of them were just honorable mentions because, I messed with him. David Allen Greer, he played the pastor or the preacher, whatever you want to call him. He wasn't as prominent in the movie, but always got to give a shout out to Mr. Greer when you see him in the film. Basically, this film opens up with Fontaine, who's the main character, as I was going to disclose earlier. Basically, Fontaine is like this, like I said, this street dude, this drug cat that goes and damn. I hate when I get spooked and I see the trees swinging outside. But anyway, like I said, Fontaine is the street cat drug dealer, who, it opens up with him going to go collect his bread from the po man. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, gotta stay fed. So anyway, he gonna go collect his money from this dude named Crutches, and then also from Slick. Uh, when he goes to get his money from Crutches, he ended up running this nigga over, and if you watch the movie, you'll see he ended up doing some shit and messing up Crutches real bad. Crutches go back and tell Isaac what happened. Isaac like, all right, bet. So when Fontaine is going to go get his money from Slick, he gets in the car. Now here's my thing, y'all. I reverse park everywhere I go. Even if the sign say I gotta pull in, I'm a reverse park. I'm just not gonna be there. Number one reason is because I don't like getting caught in a situation where I can't get up out of there. I got to be able to get up out of there. If I'm pulled in, I gotta back out and look behind me and shit. I ain't got time for that. I gotta get up out of there. Pew. Well, long story short, Fontaine didn't get up out of there. He was blocked in. When he got out the car and got ready to fire, he let off 2 shots and got fire, back up. He tried to, skirt, get up out of there. Get up out of there. Skirt, get up out of there. Get up out. Anyway, he tried to get up out of there. Couldn't get up out of there. And they, right? So you thinking that's the end of Fontaine, right? You like, damn, already? He died already? The movie just started. Nah. Buddy wakes up like he had a nightmare, right? That's what it looked like. Like he had a nightmare. He wake up. He like, what the hell? Repeats the same story. Wakes up, asks his mom if she wants something to eat. She say no. He go to the liquor store, get some liquor. See old man Frog sitting outside. Pour him a little bit of liquor, and then rinse and repeat. Basically, is what he did. But only this time, when he went back to Slick's house to go get his money, Slick like, hold on, nigga, I just seen you get killed. What the hell? Like, what's going on? So basically he telling them, and Fontaine like, I don't believe that, cause that ain't happening. So he like, well, let's go find Yo-Yo, and Yo-Yo gonna tell you she saw you yesterday, fool. So they pull up on Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo explain, yeah, that's what happened. Boom, to boom. So basically, these 3 motherfuckers go on a little scavenger hunt for the people that put that fire in him. He remembers seeing this black truck that same day when he was leaving from the motherfucking liquor store. He remembers seeing this black truck pull up and pick up some nigga that was bloody, if you will. So he see it, he pull up to the crib, you know what I'm saying? They go detective in this motherfucker. They get to looking through shit. They find a little secret door. The door lead them downstairs to like this little laboratory shit, right? Down in the little laboratory shit, Slick supposed to be holding a little white man with the afro, holding him still, while Fontaine go around looking and shit. But I'm skipping some stuff because y'all gonna go watch the movie your goddamn self. I spent too much time telling y'all about the movie anyway. Anyway, so basically, Fontaine ends up finding his shot up corpse downstairs on this little metal sheet thing. But because Slick ass then shot the white man, now they gotta get up out of there. They get up out of there. Boom, they gone. Fontaine is mind blown by what he's seen, right? So they're going on another scavenger hunt. Then the next day, well, he go on a scavenger hunt the next day. He leaves Slick and Yo-Yo behind, and he gonna take his partners with him to that same house just to find out that motherfucker empty. what was once there ain't no longer there. So now he thinking he got a mind game going on. He go back explain to them like the house gone, bro. Like well the house still there, but the shit gone. Ain't nobody there. It's just a regular house now. So you know at this point they like what the fuck, bro? What are you talking about? But they you know what I'm saying they go eat basically. Well I'll just skip some. My bad. They end up going to go eat after like talking to him and realizing that the house is just a regular house now. They end up going to go eat, right? And this is when the pieces of the puzzle starts to come together. There's something weird going on in their community, but they blind to it basically. They just been living the same regular life and ain't been paying attention to nothing or nobody. Well, they get to the little chicken joint and well, shit. Everybody just too busy kikiing it up and laughing, eating this chicken. And this nigga Fontaine, some hardcore dude who don't laugh, don't smile, which triggers Slick to realize something wrong. So Slick like, what the fuck? This motherfucker don't never be laughing. And he laughing now? And he put two and two together. Something wrong with the chicken. So basically they go through this whole spiel of finding out that the man is poisoning them with experimental shit, basically. Seeing how they can affect their behavior and make them all think and act the same, basically. And they go through this little scavenger hunt of, trying to figure out shit. And when they leaving, they spot a van, right? Let me see, did that happen beforehand? Yeah. I'm right. I'm right on track. I'm right on track. I'm right on track. It's some stuff that, like I said, I'm skipping, but don't worry about it. So after they get done eating, they spot this little van, right? They realize the van look a little suspicious. So they, you know what I'm saying, they follow the van. And the van stops at a salon, right? And the salon they going to the salon to drop off perm shit, you know what I'm saying, hair products and stuff you need at a salon. Well, Fontaine and Yo Yo go into the salon and then they tell Slick to check the truck. Slick finds a little key card and he also notices that it's like communion, uh relaxers, perm, all kind of stuff in the back of the van, right? Well, I think it was communion or something else he's saying. But the point is he's seeing all this stuff that black people use typically in the back of the truck. So before he can get out, the van take off. But what ends up happening is Tyrone, or not Tyrone, but I'm just about to say the name of the movie. Fontaine and Yo-Yo get hemmed up by Isaac, and Isaac pressing him or whatever, cause he like, nigga, you supposed to be dead. I just shot you not too long ago. I put bullets in you, cuz how you still alive? And they, besides the point, dip out. They realize that they see Slick in the window, like, help me. They about to kidnap me, fool. Well, they end up getting him and snatching and going off about their business with Slick. They don't realize Slick in the back of the van. Well, Yo-Yo and Fontaine, now they trying to figure out where Slick went. They pulled up on Wise Man Frog, and Frog give them a little bit of game, basically letting them know, go check a church. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you seek answers, go. And where do you seek answers? Most times people think is the church. So that's where they go. That's where they find Slick at. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna put this on pause. I'm back. Anyway, sorry if I'm going kind of fast. Like I said, I'm trying to do better at getting these under 30 minutes because it don't take that long to recap a movie and explain nothing. But sometimes I'll be getting caught up in my own groove. Anyway, like I said, they found him at the church in the back of the van. Uh, bro, that rain is messing with the kid. Anyway, so they find him in the church in the back of the van. They go into the church house and they recognize like all these black folks. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, you know what I'm saying? They see in the church, and even the church seemed a little off, if you will. But what threw me off is why was they playing Juvenile, back that thing up in church? They didn't play the actual lyrics, but the beat. They was using the beat in church. In church? You backing that thing up in church? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, not in church, brother. Not in church. Craziness. Anyway, so they recognized that or whatever case may be. And I guess they stayed in the church until everybody was gone, I guess, because they knew that they was gonna be able to find another portal at that church. So they hunting around, and Fontaine ended up finding the portal to the church in the church, and this is when they discover that that Slick and Fontaine are some motherfucking clones. This is when they find out that they are actual fucking clones. There's abundance of them, and they like, what the hell, right? So after finding that out, basically Fontaine and Slick don't want no more parts of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, well, actually, hold on. Yeah, they don't want no more parts of it. Basically, let me put it that way. I was gonna say something else, but never mind. They don't want no parts of it, basically. So I was gonna tell you what Fontaine did, but just if you just watch it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So they get up out of there, and when they leave up out of the little dungeon spot, somehow they end up in a stripper's locker room, right? And while they're trying to escape over the little DJ dude, he gets a notification, get notified like it's three suspects trying to get up out the building, basically. And he's trying to play this music to hold them hostage, if you will, for a little bit of time. But they end up getting out of there. Slick the only one who got hypnotized, but they get him up out of there. They get in the car, they trying to peel out. All these black folks bum rushing the car, and all this crazy jazz is going on. And eventually the car just puts out. It's a little put. So it puts out. They find out, Slick, Yo-Yo, and Fontaine find out that, well, they are not in control of their lives. And no matter how many times they die, they're going to come back as themselves with their memory erased that anything happened to them prior. They're not going to remember what happened to them no matter what. They're going to just keep coming back. Well, with the exception of Yo-Yo. So she Yo-Yo, Fontaine, and Slick find out that only Slick and Fontaine actually are really important to the plot and to the community being cycled and respent the way it was. Like Slick and Fontaine, they're not a dime a dozen, but Yo-Yo is considered a dime a dozen because she a hoe. So even though drug dealers are a dime a dozen, so are pimps, but whatever. They're basically important to the plot. And according to the words of Nixon, they're very expensive. That's what he said. He said it was expensive. So basically, after finding this out, Yo-Yo and Fontaine and Slick, they spun, man. They don't know what to think. They spun. Well, Fontaine, uh, he don't want no, he don't want to, he ain't trying to fight it no more. He don't care no more. He give up. And Yo-Yo like, dude, don't give up, man. Like, come on, bro. It's bigger than you. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? He speak his mind to her. She like, all right, whatever, dude. And she peel out. She tries to, I don't know if she's trying to send like a newsletter or whatever she call herself trying to do, but she ended up getting hemmed up by the same little black Tahoe truck that's yamming up and snatching up everybody else. She ended up getting snatched up. Now, from what it seems, Yo-Yo is not a clone. Like I said earlier, she's not a clone. She's a actual individual with her own mind. Nobody can control her. Like, she can't be controlled because she's not a clone. She's a regular, degular nigga. She can't be controlled. And because of that, Nixon has her kidnapped because now you know too much, and two, now you doing too much. You trying to get people to know what's going on, right? So she get kidnapped. And Slick and Fontaine discover something happened to Yo-Yo. I don't know exactly how they figured out that she was kidnapped because it doesn't really, I don't know what made them think, like, where is she at? Like, you know what I'm saying? To make them go and ask Bibby or Biddy, whatever her name is, the other little prostitute, the other little hoe. They went and asked her, and she explained that she got snatched up by some baller in a truck. That's what it is. This truck is symbolizing of a baller, I guess, whatever. So they put two and two together, like, damn, she got hemmed up by them boys. So, um, they devised this plan. Fontaine and Slick do. They devised this plan to get into the laboratory so they can, one, get Yo-Yo out and destroy that little laboratory and release all the clones, which is chaos to release all them clones, by the way, but to release all them clones and just release all the innocent people that was kidnapped by them to be test subjects, to be, experimented on and stuff like that. So, and it's nothing but black people, by the way. So they devise this plan. I'm not gonna tell you the plan because if you watch the movie, you'll find out what the plan was. But they devise this plan. The plan basically ends up working. You know what I'm saying? And they end up basically freeing all the clones and everything else. But during this process, Fontaine finds out, because he ends up getting beat the hell up by another clone. His it's a clone that looked of him. His name is Chester though. His name ain't Fontaine. His name is Chester, right? And he ends up getting beat up by this dude and dragged to an office. The office he gets dragged to turns out to be the original and main Fontaine. It turns out to be the original guy, right? And he created all these variants of himself at a younger age to keep this cycle of poverty and these different levels of black people. Basically, that's what he's in. That's what he tells them. He's in charge of creating all these different people and these different scenarios and these different worlds to keep society at its axis. Basically, is what he tells them, right? And it's crazy because all the entire movie is basically about Fontaine, and he finds out that the reason why he only can remember that his brother was killed by the police over some candy is because the original Fontaine strips away the rest of the memory of what happened and only gives them that much of the memory of his brother, so that way they can know that they at least had a brother. You know what I'm saying? So, and at one point, Fontaine thought his whole life was a lie, but it really wasn't. It's just that certain things he didn't know. So when he found out from the original Fontaine, it was like, damn, bro. But he basically tells him that the reason why he did what he did is because he couldn't bear the thought of something like that continuously happen over and over again. Like when his brother got killed, he couldn't bear the thought of that continuously happening over and over again. So he decided to make a change, but the change he made wasn't beneficial to the community at all. It was just even worse and more traumatic if you think about it. Like imagine getting killed and being brought back to life and not having no recollection that you was ever killed, but other people remember you dying. You know how crazy that is? That's insane. Insanity. But basically after they released all the clones, Fontaine ends up making Chester kill the original Fontaine. Um he says Black Olympic, I think is what it is. Black Olympic or Black Olympia or something like that. And original Fontaine goes, I'm not a clone. He goes, I know, but he is. Shoot him. Bow. Anyway, so no original more Fontaine. Like I said, he they end up releasing all the other people, right? And what did I say? Oh, like I said, he controlled it because he couldn't take the fact that Ronnie was killed. So now he's got to control the narrative, and that explains why Fontaine's clone was important to him because he wanted to keep reliving that same life over and over and over again. Don't know why, but he wanted to over and over and over again. Who the hell wants to live that? I don't know. Um, in the end, Yo-Yo wants to go to Memphis and leave because this scene or this situation is in Atlanta, Georgia, from what I gathered. So she wants to leave and go to Memphis. And Fontaine and Slick like, hell yeah, let's go to Memphis, right? You thinking that's how it's gonna end? Is them going to Memphis? No, man, this movie end with them having the ability to open up another movie if they wanted to. The movie ends with us meeting Crip Fontaine. Yeah, you heard me. Crip Fontaine. Crip and Fontaine is who we get to see at the end. And the crazy thing about it, because I was sitting here for the longest, like, why is this movie called They Clone Tyrone? Nobody name in the movie was Tyrone. So I was confused the entire time, but I kept watching all 2 hours and 2 minutes because I needed to understand. And at the end, Crip and Fontaine is watching the news. and they see in Atlanta, Georgia, that all these clones and variants and people were released, and they realize he on the TV. Crippen Fontaine is on the TV. And you know what his friend said to him? Hey, Tyrone, ain't that you? This nigga name is Tyrone for real. It ain't even Fontaine. Fontaine is a variant, or is Tyrone a variant? Which one of them is the variant is the real question. Was Tyrone cloned and sent to Georgia to be Fontaine, or was Fontaine cloned and sent to Los Angeles to be Tyrone? Which one was it? We will never know. But I know that was a quick rundown of the movie. Like I said, trying to get better at just recapping the movies as fast as I can, because if I tell you every detail of the movie, most people are not gonna want to watch it. But some of that stuff was spoiler alert. I did not say spoiler alert. You might have seen it pop up on the screen before I even told you something that happened. Or you might have not. Who knows? But I'm going to say this. The movie wasn't trash. The movie wasn't horrible. The movie was okay. It was too long for what all needed to be done. Honestly, that movie could have been shrunk down by maybe 45 minutes. That really could have been an hour and 15-minute movie, maybe even an hour and a half, give or take. But it was way too long for what was going on. Some of that stuff in the movie probably could have been clipped out, maybe not. I know that the devising of the plan definitely was necessary for people to see so they can understand how and what would happen. That was necessary, but there was other parts of the movie I feel like they weren't really all that necessary. But hey, it wasn't my movie to write or direct, so whatever. It is what it is. But if I had to give it a rating, 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. I'm sorry. It wasn't a bad movie. It's just not. I would not go rewatch that movie when this podcast is over. I would go rewatch it maybe a couple months from now, maybe. But like I said, this movie been out for a year, and this is the first time I've ever watched it. Um, Everybody did a big one though in the acting department. The movie, as far as everybody's acting was stellar. Everybody's acting was great. It just wasn't a movie that was urgent for me to watch. And now, you know what I'm saying? Like 5 out of 10. I'm gonna put it that way, 5 out of 10. Now, so for some of my, eye pieces or ear hustling pieces that I caught, like I mentioned earlier, they playing Back That Thing Up on the piano in church. Why y'all doing that in church, man? Hilariousness. Um, Throughout the entirety of the movie, it was only a few times that these fools changed their clothes. I have sat there and watched it like for a good hour and some change. I'm like, these fools is in the same clothes. When they gonna change? Y'all keep going home, change at least. I know you stink. I know you're sweaty. Wash your ass. Change. Do something. I digress. It's a movie. And then when they was getting chased by all them black folks, I was slick. Why did they get out the car? I mean, I don't know. I guess the car maybe the car broke down, but I still didn't understand what they got out the car for. Cause I wouldn't have got out. Cause what if y'all would have got out and got beat to a pulp by all them people? You know what I mean? Then we got one thing that I didn't mention in the recap was, so when Fontaine, every time he went to that door and talked to his mama, he never opened her door. He never opened her door until he found out he was a clone. Is when he questioned what was behind that door. And after pleading with her to get up and open the door, she refused to. This man kicked the door open and realized his mama was a radio, bro. This man's mama was a radio. This shit crazy, bro. Can't make this up. Now Fontaine was chilling with a little homie named Junebug, the little kid that he was right that's an informant, if you will, and telling him where people is that owe him money. And he was sitting down talking to Junebug, and he told Junebug that he reminded him of somebody. And I believe Junebug reminded him of his brother. I believe at that point is when Fontaine started to have memories that he probably wasn't supposed to have, if that makes sense, because he was able to connect Junebug to feeling like his brother, even though he wasn't supposed to have a whole lot of memories of his brother. Um, where was I at? Old Man Frog. Old Man Frog is that drunk wino in the hood that's very smart and know everything and will give you words of wisdom in the most randomest way possible. That's what Old Man Frog is to the hood. Um, to me, in a nutshell, this movie seemed like a movie that was basically letting the black community know, like, the only way we're gonna have change in our community and stop letting the man have control over it is when we wake up and realize, one, we're not clones, and two, that we have a voice, we have the ability to stand up for what's right and fight for it. And I feel like that's what this movie was trying to tell us, is like, bro, wake up. Like, wake up, bro. Your voice do matter. You can make a change. And even though it was supposed to be like a little bit of a sci-fi thriller comedy type of shit, it really has some truth in that motherfucker. Cause it's ironic. Everybody always makes a crack at Nixon. Every black exploitation movie I done seen, somebody make a joke about President Nixon. Somebody somewhere throwing in President Nixon as this bad guy to hate black people. Like, I swear, cause oh boy, his name was Nixon. Kiefer Sutherland, whatever his name is. His name was Nixon in the movie. If you ain't never seen Black Dynamite's movie, the Black Dynamite movie, Michael J. White's Black Dynamite, Nixon is in that too. So the point is, Nixon seems to be everybody's butt of the joke when it comes to presidency and not liking black people and wanting to control black people. They always pick that band and just go with it. And like I said, I feel like that's what this movie was basically telling us, black people. Like, we are not a controlled substance. We are individuals. We do have the ability to think for ourselves, move for ourselves, walk and talk for ourselves. And I feel like that's what that movie was trying to tell people, is like, bro, you have the ability to do so do it. Like, don't keep sitting here letting them think that this is what our stereotypical black man looks like, or our stereotypical black woman looks like. This is what it looks like if you're from the hood and if you're from the suburbs. Like, that's what it was saying. Like, stop letting them tell you, because this is what the image is supposed to look like, that this is what the image is going to look like. And to me, that was their way of saying, you don't have to fit somebody's characteristics. Like me personally, I don't fit no one's characteristics. I am a heterosexual female who's very masculine at presenting sometimes. I don't fit everybody's stereotype. I'm not a girly girl. I don't wear dresses. I don't wear skirts. I'm just not. But I don't let nobody else put me in this box and tell me who I am. And that's what I think they clone Tyrone was trying to tell some people. Now take what you will from it, but that's what I took from it. So I wanna I wanna end it on that note. I do wanna appreciate everybody and show love to everybody who taps in. But like I said, as long as this video gets 100 views, at least, I don't know, 5 to 10 likes and a couple comments and whatnot, y'all might get 2 episodes from me on Thanksgiving week. I'm not even gonna say might. If I get it, I'm gonna give y'all 2 episodes on Thanksgiving week. So do what you can to run these numbers up for me, and I got y'all. Once again, this has been your host with the most, the real Tay Nicole. Back at it again with another video for y'all. Stay blessed. Stay highly favored by the Lord. See y'all.